All right, we're here at the start of Temple of Encourage. We're running a couple more Temple of Encourage lockouts before the new raid in Phase 8 of Season of Discovery comes out. That's on April 10th. That's 10 days from now. Today's April 1st, so it's like 9 days from now, whatever. Anyways, we're playing Backstab on this character. Ooh, that was a Thorns mob. Change target off of that one. We got a big King's Fall. I'm happy I have this. I'm trying to get it on all of my rogues. Because it becomes part of a two-piece set in Phase 8 with a new item called Queen's Fall that's looking like it's gonna be the way to go for both Backstab and Mutilate rogues, playing King's Fall plus Queen's Fall for your weapons. So if you're looking for items to get to prepare for the next phase, and you want to play daggers, like, try to pick up a King's Fall now. If you're trying to play Saber Slash next phase, try to get a Claw of the Frostworm offhand or a Hungering Cold offhand, are both really good for Saber Slash, and that's going to pair with the new weapon Regicide, which is like this weird like sword that does a different thing depending on what your class is. And for rogues, it gives like a big boost to your Envenom damage. It's pretty cool. I kind of like how they did that with a handful of items. They put special effects on them that, like, specifically interact with class abilities, and then they just make it, like, different for each class, right? Like, the Regicide has a different effect for a warrior, and a different effect for a hunter, and a different effect for a rogue, and then it has this great text where, like, it's like, you will never be worthy to benefit from this blade if you view the item on any class that isn't one of those three. Right, the rest of our gear, we got 6-piece Bone Scythe, we got the Zandalarian Shadow Mastery Talisman, that shit's pretty good. If you're playing Backstab, you really want to have this necklace, it's extremely good. 3-piece Veiled Shadow set, 2-piece Bloodfang, we got Butcher on the shoulder also. This Bloodfang bonus, people always ask about this. Opening moves have a 100% chance to make your next ability cost no energy. That interacts with your Cutthroat glove rune that says you have a 15% chance whenever you backstab to be able to do an out-of-stealth ambush. Whenever I do one of those out-of-stealth ambushes, that still counts as an opening move, and that means it triggers the Bloodfang, which makes my ability after that free. And the baseline effect of Cutthroat is 15%, but this necklace ups it to 20%. So it's really good. 20% chance to get an ambush after with each backstab I do. It's super crazy. And then we're playing an assassination version of Backstab, where we go down to Seal Fate. You can also have a pretty competitive Backstab build going into Subtlety, and you go down to, like, Preparation and maybe down to Deadliness, a little deeper down there. Okay, cool. We're getting ready for the boss. And the item we're after today is a pattern, Glowing Chitin Armor Kit. It's a leatherworking pattern for a, like, armor patch that gives spell damage, which is really good for casters. Let's see, is there anything I'm forgetting to pop? This thing, and I guess I need poisons on the weapons. That'll be pretty important, huh? Spacious Poison offhand, Occult Poison. Okay, we're just not going to do the Occult Poison because we're pulling the boss. Sprint in, sprint in, sprint in. Alright, bleed him up with Crimson Tempest. Put the Slice and Dice up. Activate my Trinket. A little Eviscerate. Boss's Split. Kill the splits first. That doesn't look like a split. Okay, well, the split is dead now, so we can stay on this target. Good. This is a dangerous boss. He does mind controls, and typically when someone gets mind controlled, they get killed. So we want to avoid getting mind controlled, and the secret is the boss always targets mind control to the player that's closest to them. So as long as I stay, like, really close to max melee range, there'll just be some other idiot who's, like, standing on top of the boss and gets mind controlled, and then, you know, potentially gets killed, or risks getting killed. You know, yeah, that guy's dead. Honestly, there's just way too many, like, passive cleave effects in Season of Discovery. It's essentially impossible to expect, players to not press their cleave buttons and not kill the mind controls. It's just like, it's a... the unrealistic expectation of most Season of Discovery players. They just killed the raid leader. Not me. The raid leader says, don't kill me. And he died right at the end. Let's check the death report of, see who killed the raid leader. Looks like Shadow Bolt from Lockjaw was the killing blow. Shadow Word Pain from Book Heals. Frozen Orb from Your Next Prey. Homunculus were attacking him from 2 different Shadow Priests. Lightning Shield, that's actually not Vendetta TV's fault. Lightning Shield is like a damage reflect. So the mind-controlled warrior was attacking the shaman, Vendetta TV, who had a Lightning Shield active. It's not Vendetta's fault. Mind Spike from Zenlol. Fire Blast from Your Next Prey. That is a straight-up single target ability. I don't believe there's any spell or effect that makes Fire Blast an AoE. So that one for sure. Okay, there's some Fireball casts, some Mind Flays. Okay, there's a lot of these that are just AoEs that, like, could be excused as, like, inadvertent AoE. But then there's a number of them that are straight-up just single target abilities where someone just targeted the guy and blasted him. Yup. Yup. Alright, we move along. Well, I don't think I got my Undermine reels from the boss, but that's okay. It is not important. So, we also get a bunch of different color Karaji mounts that you can use outside. You don't have to be a Scarab Lord to get a, like, bug mount that you can use outside of the raid. This one is called Dark Blue Battle Tank. None of the ones look identical to the Scarab Lord one. They all have, like, different color schemes, so the Scarab Lord skin is still technically unique, but there's a lot of bug mounts running around. Don't invite Lockjaw to your Scarlet raid, folks. Yeah. In case someone gets mind control, you know he's gonna be shadow bolting his face. Second poison. Oh yeah. We were gonna do occult poison. That overwrites Wind Fury. Wind Fury is pretty good, but occult poison is better. It'll enable the Envenom finishing move. And for this build of Rogue, it's what you want to do. You want to overwrite your Wind Fury. For like Mutilate and Saber Slash, you don't want to be doing that. And I think other versions of Backstab also don't want to do that, but this particular version, there's so many variations of builds in Season of Discovery, which is something, I mean, it adds like kind of a lot of complexity to the game, but also it's like, you're definitely not like shoehorned into one build where there's like one competitive build and like you have to play it or else you're griefing. That's not happening in Season of Discovery, at least not for rogues. They've done a really good job balancing multiple different ways to play rogue and having them all be like within a couple percent, like 2-3% of each other in their like theoretical damage output. So like you want to be a sword rogue, go for it. You want to be a dagger rogue, a dagger boy, go for it. Oh shit, I pulled threat. Pulling it far back. After this pull will be the next boss. It'll be Bug Family. Bug Trio. I always call it Bug Trio. Yeah, a lot of people are dooming about Phase 8, next upcoming phase, because based on the, you know, current version of the test realm and, like, the gear that's available, Rogue damage is looking like noticeably lower than all the other classes. So obviously, like, everyone on the class discords are complaining and being like, oh my god, it's over. You know, Blizzard hates us. Rogues are doomed. I'm re-rolling. I'm quitting. And it's just like, that's crazy because, like, this has happened every single phase where, like, the initial PTR looks really imbalanced. Everyone dooms. And then, like, they balance it out in the end. And it's like, man, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, maybe they'll let it go live and be completely ridiculously unbalanced, which is, you know, never happened in any other phase. But like for surely the people dooming on the discords are the ones that are right, and you should quit the game now. Surely Blizzard won't fix, like, I just get I'm trying to make a joke here, and I don't think it's landing super well. I think it's funny how many people, like, can see the same pattern repeat every phase of, like, the initial information being, like, really imbalanced, and then it gets fixed and everything's fine. Like, how do you see that happen every single phase and then still doom and cry about it being imbalanced when you get the, like, very first taste of it this phase? It's like, obviously it's going to get changed and it's not going to be so ridiculously imbalanced. Obviously, because that's happened every other phase. Like, I don't get it how people, like, can't understand it. So, yeah, with the current version, it's looking like rogues are, you know, meaningfully behind other classes in damage out. But it's like, yeah, the current version is not going to be the final version. So I'm not worried. Phase 2 rogue did suck, okay? Phase 2 was, okay, the only time that it did actually just suck ass to be a rogue. That guy died in the poison cloud. Horny Cow. Nice character name. It's okay. In Phase 2, rogues didn't have occult poison. Now rogues have occult poison. So, like, rogues will just always be brought to raids. I think that was a very good thing they did. There's, like, a unique buff or debuff that helps out the team that every single class provides. So, like, regardless of the balance of the, like, raw output of any individual class, you still have good reason to bring every class to a raid. Previously, that was true for, like, most classes, like, all the time. Like, even in Classic Era, it's true for a lot of classes that, like, you want at least one for whatever buff or debuff purposes. But then there's, like, a handful of them, like, for example, Rogue in Phase 2 of Season of Discovery brought, like, no real meaningful debuff to the raid, and their DPS was mediocre. So it became really, really easy for, like, groups to just say, okay, we're not bringing rogues. Why would we bring a rogue who does mediocre DPS and provides no meaningful buffs when we could bring some other guy that does mediocre DPS but provides Battle Shout or provides, you know, Power Word Fortitude or provides Mark of the Wild alongside their mediocre DPS? It's like, obviously you just pick the other class. So I think that was a very good thing that the change that they made, is like having a unique buff or debuff for every single class. Do you ever play retail or just classic and sod? Pretty much just season discovery these days. Ugh. One thing I think they did wrong with Season of Discovery is they took the classes and they added too many different things. Like they made they did a really good job balancing a lot of the classes and different builds and stuff. But I think they bloated it up too much with too many different abilities and different passives that interact with this and that, and they made it I'd say a bit just like too complicated. And like every raid having a different difficulty system and a different loot system became like exhausting to learn how the new system works every single time. Alright. Let's see, were there stuns, like, assigned here? Oh, here's our first chance at the pattern. Will, the prediction is up. That's a pattern from this treasure chest that spawns after this boss, okay? That's what the prediction's for. We'll do another prediction for the next treasure chest. Nah, shadow step cooldown. Sprint. Yeah, so there's 2 treasure chests that drop patterns, and there's the Gilded Scarab that'll drop a pattern also, which can come anywhere in the instance. I mean, I think they're fixed spawn points, but there's like 20 different fixed spawn points that it can be. Yo, fuck, I don't want to die. Running away. Still not healed up. Okay, now I'm healed up. Back in. Big kidney shot. He's spinning again. I'm dodging. I'm dodging. Lip. Big kidney shot. Okay. Prediction closed. To the treasure chest we go. This guy's smart. He's going to it quickly. Okay, that's the group leader. He's trying to loot all the stuff so we can start rolling it. Telling everyone else to not loot the treasure chest. Formula Speedstone. Idol of the Sage, Staff of Kiraji Prophets. Aren't there 2 patterns? We don't know if it dropped yet. Kiraji Silk Cloak. Okay, there's 2 patterns and neither of them are it. Nope. Alright, got our Undermine reels. Alright, to Fankriss we go. Will there be a Fetish of the Sand Reaver here that we don't need? We shall see. We do a slash target gilded scarab. Not in range of us right now. Leggings of the Festering Swarm, Staff of Karaji Prophets. What does this guy say? Yes? What did he get? Praise Dose got the Garb of Royal Ascension. 2% hit, 30 damage and healing, 25 shadow resistance. Okay. Whatever.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, in we go. No traps or totems. Okay, how many seconds until a shaman drops a totem and doesn't pull it back? It's not a question of will that happen. It's a question of how long will it take until it does happen. Hunter trap, perhaps? Warlock pets can get stuck on mobs that are left behind also. There's a warlock pet. I'm more interested in seeing who fucks up than I am in, like, keeping Crimson Tempest up on all these targets. And, like, doing my job. Still can't target any Gilded Scarab, so I'm guessing it's not in this hallway. That guy is just really far behind the group. There's no totem or trap I'm seeing getting laid down. This is very surprising to me. I thought it was basically guaranteed to have that happen. Okay, whatever. Fankriss the Unyielding. No Gilded Scarab in this room. Can be tricky to get it if it can spawn like right here. This boss always early pulls. Just like there's always traps that are left in the hallway here. I'm in Poison Puddle. Bro. Where can I stand that I'm not in the poison? I'm not visually in the Poison Puddle here, but it's definitely on me. Boss is in. Alright, we can ignore all that. We can just kill the boss now. Damn, vanished right as I got Cutthroat proc. You normally don't want to do that. Use the Cutthroat proc, then vanish. That's how you want to do it. Alright, what was the drops? Let's see. Looks like no fetish. 5 tunnelers, robes of the guardian spirit, mantle of wicked revenge, sovereignty bindings, dominance bindings. Alright, we didn't miss out on anything by bringing the wrong character. Shaman just complaining about others and then ass pulling the boss. I don't know. I was looking around at other people in the bug hallway, but then I wasn't really paying attention afterwards to like who was fucking up. Alright, we got our frost oils. Could probably only put it main hand and keep the sebaceous in the offhand, I think. Main hand's gonna generate the majority of our triggers anyways. Out of all level 60 hard modes, which one you enjoyed the most? I mean, I would rather none of them exist. I don't like, you know, the hard modes categorically. The Naxxramas hard mode just feels kind of stupid. It just feels like you crank up the numbers and that's it. So it's like not that interesting. Like it's just a numbers thing. Temple of Encourage feels like they're not that much different. Like it doesn't change that much. It feels like the existence of these hard modes doesn't really do much. I think Blackwing Lair is probably the best one if they removed Black Trial. I think the reason Blackwing Lair was the best one is because it was very easy to understand what was going to happen. Like, Blue Trial adds the same mechanic to every boss. Red Trial adds the same mechanic to every boss. All the bosses themselves work the same. Whether you have these hard modes or no hard modes or that hard mode or whatever. Except for Black Trial. Black Trial just made it all fucked. Because it added, it fundamentally changed how each bosses work and did a different thing on each boss. So it was much harder to understand, I think, like, what was happening. Need to shatter. Good. Guy's not going down. No, didn't get him. Okay. We got like 1.5 globs. One glob totally on my own. Other one didn't quite get it. And then, okay, for the other hard modes, it's like Molten Core was obviously bad because, like, no one likes gimping their character to meet some arbitrary resist requirement or else get one shot. That was just like, that one was one that was like, that one surprised me in that I was disappointed in the developers to not be able to see ahead that players wouldn't like that. That one to me felt like it's really obvious that people aren't going to like that. So I was like, honestly, I was disappointed, like, that the developers couldn't guess that no one would like that. All right, here's the shatter. Perfect. Kiraji Fury, that's good. That's good loot. The ring dropped. We already have it on this character. Ring of Kiraji Fury, Dominance, Sovereignty, Silithid Femur, Regalia is the loot here. Okay, now we stealth ahead to the Huhuran crystal and we click it. Now, after Huhuran, there's going to be another treasure chest with the drop. Will the glowing chitin pattern drop from chest? Question mark. Okay, I'm putting up the prediction. This will be for the Huhuran chest. We're going to see if we get the pattern off of it. So, like, if we happen to encounter the Gilded Scarab before Huhuran, it doesn't count. All right, we can remount here. So, we run ahead of the group to click the Huhuran crystal so they don't have to deal with this bullshit Curse of Decay for all of the trash. And we risk our precious world buffs to do so.
You will die.
Oh, there it is. Call it out in chat. Gilded Scarab in the Wasp room before Huhu. This is important. It's important that we don't fuck it up. I would be very tilted if this group fails to kill Gilded Scarab. Alright, now we just gotta make it back safely. Abort Gamba. New for Gilded. Okay. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Prediction. Delete and return points. Okay. We found the Gilded. Will glowing chitin pattern drop from Scarab? Question mark. Yes or no or fail to kill. Okay. Predictions up. Predictions up. So if we either fail to kill it or it doesn't drop, the prediction pays out as a no. I didn't change my cloak yet. Gotta go back to the good cloak. Good old Veiled Shadows. Alright, new predictions up. About that precious little Gilded Scarab over there. Incoming. Well, I guess we don't have world buffs anymore. 6 seconds into the fight, we got Whirlwind, Itch, Vecnus, Catalyst, Whirlwind, Stinger Charge. Well, I guess we're dead. I guess that's just that. We're literally dead now. Absolute misery. Yeah, I mean, that was just like a 100-0 type of situation. We just got ass blasted by a bunch of abilities all at once. That's what I get for running fucking health flasks, still die. I think that's probably the last trash pack, unless there's one up in Huhu's room right now. Where's this guy going? Oh, he's going to the chest. Okay, that's the raid leader. Okay. I was a little worried. Alright, they're getting the treasure chest over there. Here's a pull 10.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jump into kidney shot, or cheap shot into kidney shot. Okay. We killed it. Prediction is closed. Schematic obsidian shotgun. Where's the corpse? Oh, it's all looted already. Obsidian shotgun, Idol of Strife, Idol of Death, triple scarab bag. Nope. Yet again, Blizzard has fucked us. Start prediction, will glowing chin pattern drop from Huhu chest? Question mark. Alright, prediction up. Am I ready? I mean, I don't have world buffs, so it's basically impossible to be ready. And just figure out, let's extend the damage meter so we can see how many people. Oh my god, I'm just way behind. I'm gonna have a late start. Alright, how many people are we gonna beat despite not having world buffs? Ooh, I still have frost oil on my main hand. That's an issue. Okay, this is the Huhu treasure chest. This is like our last chance to get the pattern in this raid. Okay? Don't really have a reasonable chance to get it outside of here. Tarnished Undermine Reel. What was the loot from Huhu? Double Gloves of the Messiah. Command Dominance. Hive Defilers. Gotta lock up the prediction now. Only 7% believers. Already being used, obviously. I don't know what's in this treasure chest yet. Gammy Boy says, I tried to look for your gear set for Simonize Her from your video today. Yeah, isn't it right at the start of the video? Like, if you watch the first 30 seconds of the video, it shows the gear. Does it not do that? Let me see. Simonize Dire Mall West. But at every one of these places, there's a way, you know, like you gear and runes at 56 seconds. Not 30 seconds in, 56 seconds in. Arcane Power pattern. Okay, what's the other pattern? Obsidian Heartseeker, no! We're screwed. We're never gonna get this pattern ever. Time to leave raid, you're so right. Choose outcome, no. Switch off Frost Oil? That would be a good idea, huh? That would be good. Alright, now we have to do the rest of the raid. Alright, a couple of plagued people just chilling in the middle of the raid, like that guy. Yep. Yep, just took a little bit of time to figure out what was going on. Didn't pull that one. Love it. Oh, yes, Jemmy Boy. Though you said in the video you could find 60 upgrades links to your characters that update when you log on. Yeah, absolutely. Those are there. Are you having trouble finding those? Is that what you're saying? Here's the Simonized Show Discord. At the very top of the channel list, there's a section called Read Here First. Start. And if you go there, it tells you about how the server is set up. And then you can go and look at all these links that take you to different things. Simonizes gear, enchants, talents, and runes. These character pages automatically update whenever I log into the character. So the same problem is solved pretty much the same way for everyone that has a problem with finding something on the Discord, is they skipped over the section that said read here first. That is pretty much always the problem. If you have trouble finding something, you didn't go to the read here first section. Ooh, fresh set of world buffs. Let's go. Okay. Arcane protection. It's okay, Jemmy Boy. A lot of people have the same problem you did of not reading the thing that says read here first. I understand. It's part of my job.
Your heart will explode.
Alright, what's gonna happen? Everyone but Ven and She-Milked on Vecnalash. Let's do a prediction on number of deaths. How many deaths on twins? 8 or less, 9 or more. Let's go 7 and 8. Okay, prediction's up. I'm going to close the prediction when the pull timer goes out, so we probably don't have a lot of time if you want to get your points in on this prediction. Seven or less, 8 or more deaths on Twin Emperors. Boss tends to kill people. There's currently no doubters. There are 0 doubters. I'm going to hold it open until there's at least 1 doubter to lose all their points when we do it correctly. Alright, there's at least 1 doubter now. Prediction closed. Locked in. Bro, can I hit that in Venom, please? That was like 2 parries in a row. That was the worst. What is up with this boss? Where? Oh, I'm in a blizzard now. Well, that was unfortunate. I'm about to be the only death on this boss. Wait, no, okay, wait, other people died. I don't feel as bad now. 4 deaths currently. 4 deaths, 4 deaths, 4 deaths, 4 deaths. Okay, so the believers had it. 7 or less. Oh my god, what if more people die to the eyes? I forgot about these. It's not actually over yet. I feel like both of my deaths have just been kind of unlucky, like just getting blasted out of nowhere. Alright, we're still at only 4 deaths, and now all the eyes are dead. Okay, there's not going to be any more deaths. Wait, both bosses on one side? Braza EU coming in with a tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. I've never seen this before where they both die on one side. Okay, sweet. This one, and this one, and this one. Alright. Excellent. Let's see what killed me. 47 seconds in. So we're up to 77% health. And we just got an arcane burst. We're taking Blizzard, but I remember we were moving out of Blizzard. We had only 2 ticks of Blizzard damage. It was Blizzard Tick. Unbalancing Strike, it looks like it didn't deal damage to me, but it went at me. Must have, like, dodged it or whatever. Yeah, 4,700, 150 overkill, so that's 4.8, 485. I had a Arcane Protection Potion, but that was the second Arcane Explosion that happened, so the Protection Potion was gone by then. Royal Scepter. Caster item. Yo, Phil, change hat. I can do that. There we go. How you doing, Simon? Good. I was up late last night. Frostguard nerfed. You don't like caster items? Yeah, that happened a while ago. They gave the trigger an internal cooldown, so it can only trigger once per Fan of Knives cast, and it can't trigger multiple times per Fan of Knives cast. So it's equally as good as it was before at, like, debuffing the enemies and immobilizing them, but it's way worse at dealing damage. How fast was the speed clear? We finished with a 1:11:42. And we wiped at, I mean, it would have been on pace for like, I think a 102 or a 103. Right up until one of the shamans left a totem in the hallway before Four Horsemen. And a trash mob got pulled into the Four Horsemen encounter, causing a group wipe. So, you know, just your average shaman stuff. Alright, who thinks we're ever gonna get glowing chitin armor kit pattern? I think we're never gonna get it. We've been doing this so much of running all these different goddamn raids. It's unreal how many raids we've run where it can drop and we've just actually just never seen it. This guy probably kills me because I don't have world buffs active, so my health is low. Did I stay out of melee range? Did he just do his thing? Okay. I think we're good to be in now. Okay. No problem. Yeah, warrior rallying cry, that's good. You have fun speed running? Yeah. It's not something I want to do every week. Because it's like, like I've said this before, I think generally like high performance groups with high expectations and high pressure is just way harder to like have a good time, you know? I prefer more casual groups where it's like, you know, you just kind of do the raid and it's chill and you have a good time and you pump some damage and, you know, maybe someone screws up a debuff but no one gets cursed out because of it or anything like that. You know, the expectations are mid at best, and then, you know, the performance is mid and everyone's okay. But it is fun to do the, like, try-hard speedrun type of thing every once in a while. Heard of a strat run where a warrior uses Mortal Strike on Kel'Thuzad? Yeah, that bug got fixed. You can no longer do that. Doing Nax today, asked Nico. Probably not at the rate this is going. Streamed super late last night. By the time this is over, maybe we send like one more Nightmare Dragons, or we do the last Zul'Gurub solo, or maybe we just call it. We'll see. Alright, I was distracted temporarily. It's okay. Are we tank dooming or remaining optimistic and just enjoy SE, Scarlet Enclave? Oh, yeah, I mean, Blizzard, every phase has, like, balanced things reasonably well. And pretty much every time the PTR comes out, it's wildly imbalanced at the start and everyone dooms and complains. So, yeah, I mean, like, the version of PTR we have right now, Rogue's not looking very good, but, you know, ever since phase 3, like, every phase has ended up being fine. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 phases in a row. It's all been fine and ended up getting balanced before it went live. So I'm not really worried.
Your courage will fail.
Wait, the raid leader said, that if I pulled threat, I would, get kicked. And then I was like, wait a second. I don't have any reserves left in this raid. Alright, so now the new goal is to pull threat. Where are we even going?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
W. Pulled threat. They said I couldn't do it. They said I wasn't good enough. And now they're making excuses in raid chat. Feels good, man. Wait, the raid is actually wiping. Wait, that's not good. I thought it was a victory lap here because I got killed. Because I did pull threat. Alright, now I think the wipe is my fault because pulled threat and sandblast the raid. I was dead before any sandblast got casted. I don't know who else might have pulled threat, so maybe that's not directed at me. Looks like the two tanks are arguing with each other. One guy left the raid group. But look. The raid leader challenge, directly called me out and tried to cook me and say I can't deal enough damage to pull threat. So I consider this a W. Because I proved him wrong. Okay? This is good in my book. I popped a full rack of world buffs just so I would have enough damage to be sure I could pull threat. That's what I did. Nisei Bonkman says, just tuned in. WTF is this now? Look, it's a Temple of Encourage Pug group that I joined in trade chat from in Season of Discovery. And the moment before we engaged that boss, the raid leader told me I didn't do enough damage to pull threat. So I proved him wrong. And then it worked out. Now, I don't know. I mean, I died like 3 seconds into the fight, 4 seconds into the fight. So I feel like it just can't be called to be like my fault that the entire rest of the group wiped. But I did honestly just completely stop paying attention to what was happening after I died. So like, I don't know what happened. Ooh, did I not have a old gods? I think I started the raid with an old gods because I had one running and it must have fallen off because it's not active now. What was my overkill by? If I had old gods, would I have lived? 2.3 thousand damage overkill. Old gods is giving me 100 stamina, so that's 1,000 life, but then I have 10%. Nah, there's no way that gets up to 2.3 thousand life. I don't think old gods would have saved me. Oh, you know what I should have done? This would have been the smart thing to do. If I was intentionally trying to pull threat, I should have lipped first. So then I could, like, be at the top of the threat meter, but then also not die. Ooh, there's the good vibe generator. Then they won't notice? Yeah, but it's enough for me to know that I won. Vendetta says, why are you trying to rip threat from me? Well, because the raid leader called me out and said that I didn't do enough damage to pull threat. So obviously I had to like, do something about that. Simon, this is the raid leader. You didn't pull threat. Both tanks got knocked back. I mean, I was at the top of the threat meter and the boss hit me. So, I don't know about that. I mean, getting hit by a regular melee attack of the boss, that really seems like pulling threat. Wait, I have a flask of the old gods. I could pop my own flask of the old gods. Thank you very much. Alright, should we check the live action replay? Ready checking. No, we're not there yet. Maybe we just have to lock in. I think I've got it. I've got the replay over here. One guy is offline. Some guys are not in the room. I think I will do that. I will lip. and then have the Vanish prepped to see if I can get a head-on threat right on Rip, but it won't scuff the group in any way if I Vanish before the lip expires. Ooh, Cauldron. Yeah, good call. Boom. Yeah, maybe we should just kill the boss and move on with it.
Five, four, three.
Instead of, you know, intentionally griefing. Ooh, we got sandblasted. What, did tanks get, like, swept or something? So the whole raid got sandblasted there. Half of them are dead. Like a third of the raid is dead? Alright, I want it to be known that after this next sandblast, I will have threat, and therefore I am capable of pulling threat off of the tanks. Oh, I literally have threat right now. Okay, vanishing. I pulled threat and I didn't even cheese it by Shadow Step ambushing at the start. Vanished, we're in the clear, we're actually playing good. Okay, we're not griefing in any way. Do I want that sandblast? I don't think so. Okay, now I'm dead. Lip, 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 run out. Back on, nope. It was, I went in too early. I saw it on Vendetta and I thought I was okay. And I started moving back in. I didn't realize it was only on Vendetta because I was out of melee range. I vanished too to drop the threat at one point. I honestly do not think I like, I was not in a, like, griefing, okay? I made a mistake at the end going in too early. But that first sandblast going on the raid, I don't think was what was supposed to happen. Are they gonna live through the Scarabs? Alright, let's review. This is the first pull. In slow-mo. Alright, here's the threat meter. There's the target of target. Vendetta gets knocked. It's currently on unregistered until it was me, is what it looked like. Was I the only one in melee? So he targets Vendetta. Let's look at the threat, look at the threat, look at the threat. Targeting no one, no one, no one, no one. Yeah, I think I was just the first guy to walk up. Let me see if we can investigate the second pull. Some shit went down on that second pull, that's for sure. Scooting the VOD ahead a little bit. We can get this cauldron. I'm multitasking right now. Multi-screen drifting. Alright, I found the pull timer. Okay. Fetish drop? No, no Fetish of the Sand Reaver today.
Your friends will abandon you.
Entrails, Viscera, Jom Gabar is a good item. Alright. We're chilling here for a little bit. Let's look at this second Ouro fight and see what happened. Shadow step in, it's on Vendetta. Nothing has gone wrong yet, but the first Sandblast goes on the raid. Fear has a lot of threat, 56k, 74k, 92k. What's happening here? Fear is the hunter. There's a sweep, and then he targets... Okay, so the sweep probably knocks away the tank. Doesn't hit me, and then he's targeting... It looks like he's targeting Fear. Sweep, then he's targeting Fear for the Sandblast. Yep, okay. Sweep into Sandblast. Then there's the Eye Terror thing plus the Sandblast damage. That combo killed a bunch of people. But we lost way more than that. There must have been, like, at least one more bad Sandblast. Sandblast tank, that's good. Got pinged. Ready. Okay. We gotta focus up on the actual raid. Last set of consumables here. Alright, they're doing buffs. Chom rages. Alright, let's keep looking at what's happening here. So another eyeball. People getting feared from the eyeball? Yeah, 1, 2... Tank got feared from eyeball. Now it's on me. Was Perns also feared by the eyeball? I think so. I can't see clearly. My UI doesn't show. But his threat's above mine, so he must have been... Something must have happened. So we vanished that off. We're not dead. But this is basically the same number of deaths as the first Sandblast plus eyeball explosion problem. Making sure we're not screwing up Cthun here. Sending a summon. So here comes another eyeball. Gonna get more fears. One guy got feared at least. Sandblast. Plus the curse thing. We're still not all dead. It's on me. I lip and run away. It's on Bear. It's on Saps. So we lost a couple more melee there. Then I walked in and that was too early. I was not actually back on the tank properly. Alright, here we go. Cthun pull timer. We sprint right now before anyone's in combat.
4.
Okay, we're good. It's a good entry. Clean entry. Nope, too many people close to me. I'm fucking bailing. Guys on the left and right were way too close. Those guys, I think, are too close together. Yeah, they're too close together. Okay, there's stack of 2. This guy... What I hate the most is people that just fiddle left and right on Cthun. You need to stand fucking still. Strafe for +5 DPS. How you backstab on Cthun? In Season of Discovery, there is no more positional requirement on backstab. So you just don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's get away from all the other people. Okay, I can go in right here. This is fine. Good. Front of room. Ooh, giant claw tentacle. Wait for a tank to get on it. Then we can attack. Holding the kidney shot for an eye tentacle, though. I don't want to burn the cooldown on a claw tentacle. Do I have a nature protection in my inventory? I do not. Got the interrupt. Rocking a lot of ambushes there. Love that.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Look at that. We're back to the top of the damage meter, despite barely doing damage in the first phase. How about it? Good. I was ready with the Shadow Step kick if it needed to happen. But it did not need to happen. Alright, we can chill right here with a Crimson Tempest, like, ready to go if we get a weaken phase. Eye Tentacles again. Might have to go to a Giant Eye that spawns. Nope, that's a weaken with no Giant Eye up. Okay. Oopsies. Should not have done Crimson Tempest there. Easy peasy. Never-ending Agony, Dark Edge, Eye of Cthun. Excellent. Sweet. Okay, let me look at the rest of that Ouro kill now. Where did it all go wrong? I go in and I die. And where do we... I mean, now we've lost like half the raid. 10... 14 people are dead at this point. Sandblast plus... Oh, that was another Sandblast plus Eye. Those are both... Like, Sandblast, the raid, does a bunch of damage to the raid, and the Eye explosion does damage too, and that just offed some people even from full health. The 1-2 punch. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's bail. We have 57 minutes of world buffs. Surely we can do something interesting with those.